A man doesn't need a lot of fragrances to smell good. 2, 3, 4 fragrances, man, you're good. But today, for the majority of my guys, I want to give you my top 10 most complimented fragrances of 2024, the summer edition. You guys can pick one of these because all of these get me compliments. Now, they may not get you compliments, but for me, they got me compliments. Plenty compliments and a whole lot of other stuff. Check these out. What is up, my friggin' people? Welcome back in the house. Make sure you hit that like button because we're about to start this countdown or count up, however you want to say it. And I want to make sure that everybody gets this message so everybody can get a chance to get some of these compliments, man. Even though we're going into fall, these are fragrances you can wear all year round. Trust me. Compliment getters, panty droppers, whatever you want to call them, these just work. First up, guys, is a very green, woody vetiver. Smooth. This is the gentleman's fragrance from the gentleman's house. Tom Ford, this is Grey Vetiver, the Eau de Parfum. What I get from this, guys, is sage, nutmeg, and vetiver. That's it. Super clean, very smooth, a buttery vetiver, the Eau de Parfum. Believe it or not, I have not smelled the parfum yet, and they said it is dynamic, lasts longer, is beast mode, but I still am in love with the Eau de Parfum, so I really don't see any need to just go ahead and just buy the newest thing out there because this one is still getting me bit, y'all. If you have not tried this one, a great year-round fragrance for every gentleman out there. I don't care what age you are. The gentleman's fragrance comes in at number 10, Grey Vetiver from Tom Ford. At the number 9 spot, from the House of Kings, from the Sultan of Oman. This fragrance, guys, is to me very similar. It's a woody aromatic, but it adds a powdery floral touch here. From House of Amouage, it's Reflection Man. A very clean vetiver, guys. Now this is also a woody aromatic, but it adds in a floral and a jasmine powdery touch to this one, guys. Ylang-ylang, orris root, sandalwood, vetiver, and up top you're gonna get a little bit of pepper. This fragrance is so gentlemanly. This one is like Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver, takes it up a notch for the gentleman that's gonna be dressed up a little bit more. So now if you want, you can make this a signature scent, but for me, this is dressed up only, and it smells so good on my skin. It lasts as long as I need it to last, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, man. I'm good. So beautiful. Women love this one. A compliment getter for sure. At number 8 is from one of my favorite houses of seduction. You talk about a fragrance that you can wear that women are gonna like every single time, fellas. Man, my goodness. Whew. The fragrance kind of goes away, kind of comes back. It's soft, it's smooth, it's mellow, and it's seductive. From the House of Chanel, Allure Homme Edition Blanche. A lemony, vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Beautiful fragrance, super smooth and just super dope, guys. When you are wearing this, this is for a close encounter. This one gets compliments every single time because I only wear this when I know I'm going in for a kill. It does not project a whole lot, and it does not linger a whole lot. You're not going to imprint someone with this. It's not going to leave this in her hair or on her clothes or something like that. It is just going to leave a fond memory of you and your sexiness. This is a strong number 8 from the House of Chanel. It's Allure Homme Edition Blanche. At number 7 is from the Playboy House. This, guys, is a great signature scent. You can spray a billion times, it goes away, but when it comes back, it's there for a vengeance as a skin scent. From the House of Jean-Paul Gaultier, is Le Beau, the EDT. Listed as a coconut fragrance, but to me this is bergamot drying down to tonka bean, and that is good enough to get the women's attention. A perfect signature scent, especially during the high heat, guys. it just wins every single time. The eau de parfum is decent, but for me, the EDT is just light enough to where I can overspray it. After 5 minutes, let this thing settle down, and then it's gonna last on your skin for hours. It is going to be nice as a skin scent. You're just gonna smell good when you drop your shirt onto something this clean, light, and crisp. Great fragrance. Coming in number 7, Jean Paul Gaultier. At number 6 is another vetiver fragrance, a slightly spicy, smooth, aromatic, woody fragrance that you can spray on heavily once again, that makes to a beautiful skin scent. I get a ton of compliments on this one, slightly more than I get on the Jean Paul Gaultier, but kind of unfair because I've had this one longer. From the house of Hermes, Terre de Hermes, Eau Intense Vetiver. Grapefruit, vetiver, cedarwood, and more vetiver. Gets it done every single time for me. Another very close encounter fragrance. You're gonna notice a trend in these fragrances, guys. They're light. I love to wear these light, fresh fragrances with splashes of citruses and high heat because they don't get cloying and they're not too complex most of the time to where if you accidentally overspray, you're just gonna smell better. A great, perfect signature scent once again if you love vetiver. I don't need a whole lot of sprays, but I do hit my body, and once again I drop my shirt right on top of that. This has me smelling good for hours and hours and hours, and I've gotten countless compliments from women in close encounters for this fragrance. It's not overbearing, you're just gonna smell sexy. Hermes does that very well. At the number 6 spot, don't sleep, Eau Intense Vetiver, House of Hermes. At number 5, should be no surprise, guys. The compliment monster, the compliment magnet, however you want to put it. The best pineapple grapefruit combination I've ever smelled. The House of Nichane, Hachivat. Grapefruit, pineapple, and oak moss on the dry down. Need I say, or dare I say, one of the most perfect signature scents you can have for high heat. Any of my men out there that wear this fragrance, put it down in the comment section if you wear this and tell me what kind of compliments you get on this fragrance, because mine are wild. I don't care where I am, what situation I am, dressed all the way up. Also, white t-shirt approved. Is extremely versatile and just a great all-around fragrance with the pineapple. It could be vacation in a bottle, it could be tuxedo, it could be date night, it could be chilling, going to the grocery store with just a white tee and some jeans on, man. Great fragrance, one of my all-time favorites. At the number 5 spot, strong number 5, Hachivat from Nichane. At the number 4 spot, a warm citrus, complex warm citrus for high heat. You better believe it. This one came highly recommended from a couple of women that I had met. I finally got my hands on it and I could not be more impressed. One of my greatest compliment getters out of all of my fragrances to date. From the house of Xerjoff, it's Wooten Overdose. Hard to explain, but let me try. This is an ambery, bergamot lemon riding on ginger. Ambery is going to give it that kind of dark feel, which most guys will not wear in amber in summertime. Wooten also does really well, guys. If you guys have Wooten, it can do the similar to this. I think Wooten has a few more notes in it, but Wooten Overdose, guys, just takes the ambery, the darkness of this fragrance and rides it right under the citrusy feel of this fragrance, guys. The ginger adds the spice and it's just complex. It goes through its paces for the first few hours. I'm getting 2-3 different fragrances on my skin. I have gotten endless compliments on this one. Between this one and the other 3 that are ahead of it, they are running neck and neck. Now my top number 1 has really just gotten way more compliments and they've been insane. But this one right here, guys, at the number 4 spot, a beautiful fragrance from Xerjoff. I will always have a bottle. Wooten Overdose. At the number 3 spot is, I think, the cheapest fragrance on this list. Definitely the cheapest fragrance, but price I don't look at price when I look at how much I am really into a fragrance. And when people compliment you and your fragrances, they have no idea how much you spent. This right here, I think was $29 for a 3.4 mil. Beautiful petitgrain, citrusy, aromatic fragrance, guys. It's super clean, bright, beach fragrance right here. You wear this to the beach and listen, you probably gonna be there all day and she gonna keep you all night. From the house of Jean Varvatos, Artisan Pure. Orange, lemon, bergamot, petitgrain, drying down to a beautiful musky skin scent. Spray this on 700 times before you go to the beach. No, but seriously, overspray this, guys. When the heat rises, you're gonna want something that has that musk base without a whole lot of woods. This musk base with the citrusy opening and the petitgrain, guys, it is just so good. It makes for such a winning formula. And I know there are some guys out here that argue against this and they say get Xerjoff Neo instead. Xerjoff Neo is beautiful, but this was $29 and it's not a knockoff. This stands alone. Jean Varvatos to me makes really good quality fragrances that are cheaper. I'm not gonna say cheap, they're less expensive on the spectrum, but I don't care how much a fragrance is. If I like it and it's $5, I'm gonna buy it. If it's $500, I'm gonna buy it. This was one that I had to get my nose on, and my God, the compliments, because I wear this in the right situation. It's always very high heat. I'm always dressed down and I'm either going to the beach, some type of vacation, road trip type vibe. It's gotta add some levity to your situation, and it's going to bring a whole lot of other stuff to your situation too. If you spray it on the way I tell you to, overspray it, you're going to get bit. House of Jean Varvatos, Artisan Pure. At number 2, and the difference between number 1 and number 2 is minuscule, but I gotta put this one at number 2 because the number 1 is just crazy. At the number 2 spot is another spicy, slightly aromatic, fruity fragrance that does not require many sprays at all. Beast Mode, one of the best red apples I've ever worn. From the house of Valentino, it's Uomo, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. All right, guys, check this out. Red apple and cardamom right off the bat. A cozy, beautiful, fruity fragrance. But in the mid, from the mid all the way to the dry down, I'm getting a slight tobacco kick into there, all right? Some of that vetiver cleans it up and it just rides on out with a nice, slightly fruity cleanliness. This is something that is definitely worth every dime to me. If you have to pay retail for it, it is worth the retail price. Valentino makes some really, really good fragrances that are unisex. This fragrance, guys, I think it's unisex, but it's leaning masculine. Hit this one once or twice, man, maybe 3 times on you, and you're going to be good. It can fill a room, and you might not be able to leave that room when she's in there with you. You're gonna get bit, man, believe that. For the house of Valentino, the number 2 on my spot, the second most complimented summer fragrance. Valentino, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. You see it. You see it. Come on now. Number 1. Number 1. I know some of y'all gonna hate on it. Hey, I did not make this list. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I did make this list, but I did not give myself compliments on these fragrances. I ordered these in compliment pulling, and baby, the number 1, the Cacao Man, the weirdest bottle in the world besides Jean Paul Gaultier, at the number 1 most complimented fragrance in my summer 2024 from the house of Carolina Herrera, Bad Boy. Bergamot, white pepper, cedarwood, and cacao. Hey man, just a winning combination. I don't know what it is, but when I wear this, men and women alike just are like, who is that smelling that good? I don't know, maybe it's the situations, because I do pick my fragrances based on situations normally. Yes, the seasons dictate, but the situations really go heavy into what I'm going to wear and when, even the time of day. Normally, this one I wear day or night, doesn't matter. I don't dress this one all the way up, but I do dress it all the way down, man. It just wins. It lasts on my skin all day, all night long. It projects for an hour and a half, 2 hours. The sillage is crazy and it's mellow enough. and spicy enough to get attention, but it's not overly done. From the house of Carolina Herrera, my #1 most complimented fragrance of 2024. It's Bad Boy. So there it is, guys. Those were my top 10 most complimented fragrances of 2024. But I want to know, what did you guys wear that got you the most compliments during the summer? Because hey, it's fall almost, guys. We're rolling in the fall, and our fragrances are going to get more complex, a little deeper, a little darker, and I cannot wait. But until then, hey, hit that like button. Until we meet again, thank you guys for stopping by. Keep smelling good.